So I assume you clicked this video because you have goals you've set, or you're in the middle of your goals, or you're just a bit distracted, and you want to know why and how you should lock in. And I'll tell you why you should lock in first, because you wouldn't set goals that are easy, I assume, because why would you set easy goals? There's no point in easy goals, you know. If you can just do them now, why wouldn't you just do them and get them over with? An easy goal is like a task. It's like doing a regular task every day. Locking in is for hard goals. So I assume you've set long-term goals or something huge that can positively impact your life. That's what you're working towards, and you need to know why you want to lock in. And why you'd want to lock in is because you want to be free from distractions when you're doing your goals. You don't want to be focusing on a lot of things at once if your goal is that important to you. One goal at a time. So let's say you have a financial goal. Let's make it the priority of your life. So locking in would be not spending on others' things that are useless, only investing for a long period of time, investing in the right assets or in yourself or in your skills, something like that would be a financial lock-in. But I'm not saying you only do one thing for a long time. It's saying it's one part of your life that you have goals for. So everyone should have like mental goals, physical goals, financial goals, health goals, stuff like that. And for each one, you shouldn't be distracted away from them. Let's say you have a health goal, you want to fix a serious problem, and let's say your diet can fix that problem. So what a solution would be is to not eat processed foods, to reduce sugar, to eat out less, to eat clean at home more, or eat clean in general more, drink less, stuff like that. That's why you'd want to lock in, because you want to solve that problem now. You want to achieve that goal now. Um, because if you sacrifice now, you struggle now, you can enjoy your life later. It's better to struggle now, it's better to sacrifice now. Why that is because when in later on in life you just get more responsibilities and you get tired, and when you have all this energy in life early on, you should use it towards a cause that's going to actually help you forever in your life. So this could be something like learning combat sports, or just doing work in general without any distractions. So you can do boxing to achieve your physical goal. You want to be able to defend yourself at all times. So boxing would be a good way. And to work would be to work without distractions. So let's say you just have your laptop in front of you and just work. There's nothing. All your notifications are silenced. Your phone is shut down. Your friends are away. Your family's away. It's just you, the laptop, and a desk, working towards something, working towards your own goal. So that's why you need to lock. And that's one way of locking it, is close everything around you and just focus on what's ahead. And if you can't do that, you might as well not have goals. Now, I'm not saying to isolate yourself from society. I'm saying be distractionless. Have less distraction. Hang out with your friends less. Go to parties less. Like, do everything that's not going towards your goals, do them less, and do whatever that's towards your goals, do them more. Be focused on your goals more, because those are more important long term. You should be able to think long term in order to execute this plan. So if you cannot think long term, I suggest adopting a new mindset of thinking in years and decades instead of months and days and weeks, because that's a horrible way to think. And why that's a horrible way to think is life is not short. Life is, you have years, you have decades, you have a long life to live. And when you're 20, you're not old. You're young. You're very young. When you're 20, you're very young. You still have possibly 60 years ahead of you. So three times you can live that life three times, but with different energy levels. So you have to be you have to know what you're focused on. So a few ways of locking in would be to be distractionless. Shut down your phone whenever you're working. Silence your notifications. Turn off any TVs or any sounds. If you can work with music, work with music, but I would suggest turning off anything that's gonna take away your attention, take away your focus. So make your desk or wherever you work at a distraction free space. So basically the first tip is to be distractionless, whether it be physical or mental. Second way would be to plan ahead. Just know what your day is gonna be responsible, know exactly what you're gonna do, how much time you're gonna spend towards a thing, and make sure that most of your time is being spent towards something that's useful and not useless. So instead of lying on your couch all day, be at your desk or be at the gym or do something that's, you know, towards your goals and not something useless. And another thing is to have this mindset of no excuses. Like, no matter what happens, you have to get stuff done. Like, life happens every single day, but it's if you prioritize something enough, you will make time for it. So, if you're not making time for something, it's not important enough to you. It's not a big enough of a deal to you. That's why you're not making enough time. So, you gotta shift your mindset to know that that thing is important. Like future you is gonna be happy you made this important decision. So and you work towards it. So that's why I'm telling you that those are some ways on how you should lock in for the next while, long term. Do not think short term like I mentioned before. Another thing I talked about was to focus on one goal at a time, but you can have multiple goals in your life, but focus on the most important one at a time. There should be a priority in your thing because you can't give the same amount of energy to every single goal. You'd just be doing yourself a disservice and you wouldn't do good in everything. You'd be stretching yourself out, which is not something you want to do. Focus on one thing at a time. So whatever is more important at that time, do that. But they should all contribute toward long-term goals. That's what the main thing is about. Also, you can have multiple goals, but do not multitask. So when you're working at your desk or wherever you're working, focus on that one thing. Let's say you have an essay due. Focus on that essay, not something else, not some other assignment. That's just a personal example of mine. But let's say you're at the gym. Focus on the gym. Focus on lifting the weights. Focus on your technique. Focus on your form. Focus on how you do better. What else you can do. How many reps you can do. Instead of being on your phone all day in the gym. I've seen a lot of people do this, and it's such a waste of time. You're hogging up equipment, and you're just wasting your time and other people's time. So focus on your gym, get it done, and get out. I know this may sound a little personal, but it's something you have to do. You have to be good with your time as well when you're locking in. You cannot waste it. You cannot let it go because everyone has 24 hours in a day. If you're gonna waste a bunch of hours doing nothing, you're not gonna get anywhere. I'm gonna wrap up this video by saying, be smart, don't be stupid with your time, because it is valuable. I said life is not that short, but you can waste it away very easily by doing nothing, by doing the wrong things, by not prioritizing things, by enjoying now and then suffering later. I've seen a lot of examples, and I see a lot of people doing that now, which is completely wrong. You have the energy now, you have the time now. Focus on your goals now, lock in now. It's never gonna come later if you're gonna keep pushing it. When you push it more, it's gonna be later, and you're just never gonna get to it. That's what most people do. So use your willpower wisely and don't be stupid. So like this video if you want, subscribe if you want.